Hello, everyone. It is I, Annapet Moneth, the Queen of Bones, and your mummy, and of course, being Thursday night, your dungeon master. ah, dim. It is time. Boop. To show that. Hide that. And I see Maxine in the chat already. I see Tex, thank you for the subscription. Alright, let's get the party in. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Who wants to tell everyone what happened last time? As if it wasn't obvious by the map.
I can, I guess. We got ambushed by some tentacly beaky things, and we defeated them, and then we went up the mountain and climbed and found a cave to hide in. Solda's gone. I don't know where. We climbed up to the top of this place, where we found this dragon egg and the rock flying towards us. And then we fought it, and we defeated it. We're half dead, but the dragon's on its way, apparently. And that's where we are.
There we go. So, having defeated the rock, after its initial round was absolutely devastating, and then it just failed after that.
It did pretty good in my opinion.
There was indeed a moment where the rock falls and nearly everybody died.
That was my bad.
Hey. Yeah, thanks, Trev. And thank you, Rivet, for being the MVP of that fight.
Yep. Yeah, Rivet. It was amazing.
And that one round of slow was pretty good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slow was really good. Matt probably saved. I forget who got grappled that round, but
it was
probably
Triv. I slowed the first round.
Yeah, I was grabbed, and then Sierra was grabbed, and that was all that was grabbed.
Grab.
It tried to grab me and fly away at the end there, but attack of opportunity dropped it back down on people, so rocks fell twice.
Yes,
I mean, everybody took a lot of damage, or Kriv could have died, so...
Pretty much, yeah. Could have just been ripped to pieces.
Yep.
I mean, I would more likely would have been dropped and fallen from a great height, but, you know.
And probably would have died in the process.
Oh, yeah, don't get me wrong. My point is squished versus shredded.
Yeah. Luckily, you were able to Captain America shield it.
Yep. First time I've used that ability.
Yes.
Well, actually, I think you may have used it at some point. It might have been the dragon.
No, I didn't have it then. I didn't have it at that point. We were only level 3.
Oh, right. I'm sure there was some other point we had a dex save. I don't remember. Okay.
They usually fail those because of my negative dex. I have to pass to use the ability.
Right. Right, that's what I'm remembering.
Yes, indeed. Now, with a familiar face, soon to be upon you, as far as you, should be concerned, I suppose. You are left in this quiet. Lives ended, lives yet to begin. Waiting for this mother of storms to appear.
Think we should rest for a bit. It got torn up pretty good.
Mm.
Wait a second. That. As Rabbit's sitting on the ground, she's gonna take a moment and attempt to literally cast Detect Magic. Just out of curiosity, mostly.
Alrighty.
Anybody else?
I mean, I'll try and see what's in the nest. See if we have any
It is
good
not.
loot.
It is not moving. He's still in that sort of kneeling position between the rock eggs and the dragon egg, one hand on each as he sort of stares into the dead face of the parent that is in death, trying to protect its eggs.
Cyril will come over to Kriv.
Alright. Notes. Notes. Make me a investigation check.
Oh wow, 4.
I got
You find that sword that Sarah hit with a guiding bolt.
No, that's it. Back in the egg.
Don't remind me.
Oh dear. Yes, indeed. And the detect magic. Let's see. Where's a table for this? There. And this one I like. Not
Dark
usually
mode on.
too silly.
You find a deck of cards.
No. No, you
Rabbit
don't.
finds a deck of cards and has to make a wisdom saving throw in order to not hold one.
Yeah, let's just hope none of us grog it.
Yeah.
Alright. Bum-ba-dum. So, why is it not doing it? Hello. Okay, so there it is. Now roll. Now roll. Damn it. Oh, I'll just do it in here. Alright, yeah, Thorbrick, you find some bits of wood that you think would probably make good javelins with a bit of work. With your detect magic up, I want you to make I'd say it would give you advantage on your investigation check.
Rivet doing an intelligence check? Oh, she'll find everything.
Is this just a general intelligence check one more time?
Investigation.
Investigation. Cool. Sorry, Moose got
With
into his
advantage.
own bed. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I won't
Guidance,
ride myself
probably.
because if I use guidance, I have to end concentration on the. Okay, I'm gonna flash of genius that though.
Ow.
So 17.
17.
Dang, bad day.
If
for
technically
me.
this is related to magic items, I believe I get an additional D4 on top of that. Anyway,
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna just make sure. No, involving artisan's tools, so never mind.
Okay.
Just missed and remembered.
Bum, 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 bum. Okay, that's what you've named it, but what is that called in the actual Beyond?
What is that called?
Okay, da-da-da. Alright, you find a pair of gloves that have, very finely worked leather. Seems elven in make, and, it has a bluish silvery detailing to it that is very akin to a spider's web, though the web itself is surrounding the head of an arrow.
Oh,
And
I
you-
know what those are.
I don't know what these are, but they sound cool. I want a pair.
And yeah, you can see that they're magical because you're detect magic. Like you kind
Do
of
I
like
know-
push a bunch of mundane things aside, and you're like, there it is.
Is that the? Do I know what kind of magic?
What? I don't know what sort of magic
Cool.
this would be. Warding. Yeah.
Warding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saturation would most likely be correct.
Okay.
It says warding as one of the tags.
Yeah.
Warding works. Warding is abjuration is warding. So.
Oh, okay. There you go. I did not connect the two. That is my brain beam.
You're still in crime mode.
Yes. All right. That's what you find. Yep. As I said, Thorbeck just finds some nice sticks. Kriv is still contemplating what has happened. What is Syrah up to?
Sierra's sitting with Kriv and also contemplating.
Okie dokie.
And also is going to give him some healing. 2 cure wounds, first level.
Okay. I was wondering why it was so quiet, and I realized I don't have the freaking music going yet.
You need some of that
That's
healing
what's-
for yourself,
I was like,
Sierra.
I was sitting here being like, there is
Fine.
something missing.
I thought you did first level, right? Why did it roll?
Yeah. Oh, did it do higher
Well,
level
rolled it.
ones?
Well, it rolled an extra D8 plus 5.
Oh, I did 2 first level spells.
Oh.
So I could multiply the 5.
Ah, so you cast it twice on me.
Yeah.
19.
Casting a second level would have -5 from that.
Spell slots.
Jockey
All right.
is gonna just flutter over Kasira's shoulder and let loose another one of those cure wounds spiders.
Nice.
8 additional healing. It's not amazing, but it's
Okay.
something.
Did it do one on me last time? I don't remember.
I think I gave one
yeah.
to Sobrak, I gave one to Kriv, and now I'm giving one to you.
Right. I'm seeing I had some extra HP that I didn't have on the thing. Probably because I didn't update my hit points.
Kriv, when you heal him, normally he reacts like, "Oh, thank you," very grateful for the healing. But this time he just sort of like he doesn't react at all, just still staring
Mm.
in that kneeling position, arms out, basically outstretched left and right to touch both the eggs. But you can see every once in a while he glances from the face of the rock over towards the destroyed egg.
Alrighty.
He's going to actually then stand up. And there's a lot of stuff around here, right?
There's a lot of stuff, yeah.
He's not looking for like a usable item per se. He's looking more for something that he could possibly fashion into something he could use to like not like almost like a basket or whatever too, because he wants to try and attempt to fashion some sort of carrying device to get these eggs to be able to be carried.
Okey-dokey. There's definitely enough materials here. Of course, the way up and the way you have to go down from here
Yeah, because like
would be the real
he could
issue.
get- Yeah, that's why he's trying to fashion. Rib doesn't know that. He hasn't seen you use that spell.
Yes, he has. She used it outside of the prison to move the dragon's body. Not the prison. It was a factory.
Or a warehouse.
Right, I remember.
I remember it was a warehouse because we thought it was a mimic.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember now. That was way early stuff.
Yeah, that was like session 3.
Alright,
Yeah, or at least then
You can decide for yourself whether Kriv remembers that.
Yeah, he's just.
he's elsewhere.
I'll say he doesn't.
With the
Alright.
barrels around here, you can find enough of them that aren't too broken that you could probably use it with a bit of reinforcement to make this basket.
I just imagine.
At least enough to carry the smaller of the two.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna try because he wants to get both of them down. I almost imagine like the bar across the shoulders with a bucket on each side kind of situation, but it probably isn't gonna work.
With the size of these, you're basically having to make one thing to carry one of them on your back.
Yeah. But yeah, Crip's gonna do that.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. It doesn't say anything, just gets up and starts grabbing materials and putting it together.
As strong as you are, that's gonna be encumbering.
Yep, doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
That is what he's doing.
Mm.
I'm gonna move him over here to where some barrel-looking stuff are, and that's where he's just sitting there. Hey,
All right, with enough time, you're gonna find the materials. So I'm gonna say for crafting it.
I know there's like carpenters and woodworkers tools, which I do not have proficiency in. I have no tools.
Then I'd make it. Oh,
Cat hitting my dice tin. That's fine.
I'd call it a survival check because you're just trying to like craft things from stuff you've made, like gathered.
Okay. I'm not horrible at these. Yeah, hey, not horrible. Soft 20.
Nice. Yeah. Once
Really?
you takes a while, and I'd say for the next part of the hour, like you'll get a short rest. But except for you, because you're like working hard on it. And you
Gotta get a
fashion
picture of
this this back barrel, which you should be able to fit one of the eggs in.
There's dice in that, buddy. Sharp, pointy dice.
Sharp, pointy dice? Where?
Lance was sitting in my little like dice box that I use, and there's like a bunch of D4s in there, and he's literally sitting on them, and I'm like, dude, why?
He's like,
The Pokums.
bed of nails ain't nothing.
If I fits, I sits.
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
Cats are liquid.
So what? So we can take a short rest. Woohoo!
Yes. Well, I said Kriv because you're crafting this during your short rest. You don't get the short rest because you're like doing actual like work while doing it.
Okay.
But
My brain's just
yeah, that's okay. During this time, with the wind howling by, it quite notably starts to get worse up here. As the flowing air over the mountains starts to get more violent. And even though you set out quite early in the day, and this climb took you to, well, all the way to, I would say, roughly midday, the sun is in its peak in the sky, and yet, over the course of a few minutes, it's suddenly blotted out. The sound of thunder in the distance rapidly approaching, and thick, dark clouds.
Well, this isn't normal.
Start to form
Yeah, don't
above
worry,
you.
it's fine. Probably.
Wait, you never said who was coming for that egg.
And as you say that, the clouds above you twist and start to swirl as if it was forming a tornado, descending down towards roughly the corner of the, like, northeast corner of the nest.
I'm moving.
You're moving? Okay. Like, you, alright, fine. You run across, and when you turn to look back, you see the winds just part, and with a mighty, very close, like right there, boom of thunder, it just lights up that dark cloud as it disperses. This is brilliant blue bolts of lightning that just don't strike like down or like at any of you. It just seems to like arc between the dispersing bits of cloud as the full wingspan of the ancient Sapphire dragon come into full view. As large as that rock was, somehow she matches it in size. Of course, this token is only for it to be fitting to its, like, well, token size for battle reasons. But it was known as part of their weapons against dragons is that rocks typically were a bit bigger than dragons. That was one of their advantages. However, this one is matched in size by the Mother of Storms. And as her wings beat, they don't beat with the sound of the usual. Each beat of her wings is just another roll of thunder that seems to crackle from her body along her wings and off the tips. Just. As she lands, looking at all of you, and her eyes fall on her egg and the fallen rock. He brings her upper body upright and sits, bringing her front claws together. And after a very deep inhale, she forms herself down to the form that you met before, shifting and becoming a lot less nightmarish. I believe, I forget how tall I said she was in her humanoid form.
7'4".
7'4".
Of course, Rivet would know that information.
Yes, she would.
Used to scaling up tall people.
I want to see a gif of, or like an art of like how to talk to tall people versus the how to talk to short people, where it's like them standing looking up, and then the next page is them like climbing them like a tree so that they're like wrapped around the upper torso.
Oh no. Yeah. How to talk to tall people. Sit on their shoulders.
How to talk to tall people, Tensor's floating disc.
Mm.
And that's not wrong.
How to talk to tall people, polymorph yourself into a giant ape.
How to talk to tall people in large reduce.
Would Thobrek understand that this dragon is the mother of storms due to his dealings with Tor?
You would not immediately identify her as such, because I don't think the party's... Did the party inform you?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Then the way she commands the elements, maybe just in your sort of own leap of logic, you could think that maybe she's she could be one of the other elements. But knowing Tor was the embodiment of Earth, this grander scale and her size being comparable to Tor's rest, like, and remains, would certainly put her on the same sort of scale. And the fact that even in this humanoid form, I think like 9 foot is the cutoff to be like a large token, but I've put her halfway. She's like, he's not. She keeps herself a rather intimidating presence even in this form. But her face is anything but stern at the moment, as she steps towards the egg and there's nothing but relief on her face. Laying a hand on it, the egg glows softly and there's a light crackle over the exterior, but no screams, no backlash.
That hurt.
Am I coming through okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because everyone's gone a bit robotic.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's weird.
Including Maki.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Maybe.
It's
Mm.
Hold on, let me close Steam in case it's trying to download something. Yeah, no, it's dropped a yellow bar on my voice call. I hope everyone in the stream's hearing me just fine.
Your voice on the stream sounds fine.
Okay, good. But even so, she steps forward and very softly lays her hand upon the egg and stares for a time. The rumbling above softens to a softer rumbling, I guess, is rumbling to a softer rumbling. But despite being able to look up and see the storm clouds there and the flashes there, sounds a lot further away than it is. It's a lot quieter, a lot more calm than you would think with it being directly above you. And her eyes turn to all of you, and then to the rock once again. She steps down, past the here, and just looks at it for a time.
Crib's gonna get up as she approaches towards the rock and the eggs. He's gonna move. Ow! Why?
Tabaxi Rogue strikes again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The claws, they got the upgrade, you know? Now it's a D6 instead of a D4.
Oh no. Just wait until it just becomes a Harengon and has jumping powers.
Boy. I mean, he jumped pretty good yesterday.
Alright, okay. Everyone's just kind of chatting in the tense pause moment.
Oh
Well,
no, yeah.
Dobrek's
Sorry.
doing a slight bow to her.
Want to get... Yeah, he's gonna do it. He's gonna, like, sort of put himself between the eggs and her.
Mm. Yeah, Sierra's kind of looking at her, but then sees Kriv standing behind her and kind of just stays where she is.
For a moment, she's looking through you, and eventually it meets your eyes. Did you find out why?
I cannot say for certain as to the why. In tracking down the rock, there were reports that it was behaving much more strangely. Our new companion here, and he gestures to Thobrek, is apparently
this.
chasing
Sorry, keep going.
a cult of giants, one of whom is intelligent enough to organize and lead them. As rocks were once the weapons of giants against dragons, well, maybe things are returning full circle. There's no evidence as such, but It's a possibility.
Doesn't make sense. If it was giants, then that'd be very strange indeed. Aye. The storm giants are clever. Wrong. And they are not ones to do such wicked things. They still have respect for the Mother of Storms. Whereas some have forgotten their traditions.
Galantor corrupts.
Galantor. A name spat and scoffed at among my kind. Those that see it as nothing more than what it seems to be, and that is the delusions and madness of a few stupid hill giants. What is a god if not something just to believe in? If they have found power in it, then you cannot simply dismiss it as existing, at least in some sense. You can bolster them in ways that an ordinary leader would not. Even if they never meet it, faith will drive them to do things no general could ever get them to do. It's a dangerous, chaotic thing to imagine up one's own god. Why take my egg?
Again, we don't know for certain. Too many unknowns.
She kind of steps a bit closer to the rock and brushes a hand, like, up the wing.
Charred black.
Yeah. He's kind of brushing some of the ash off. Surely you should have known what kind of danger this would have been putting your own children in. She's tapping her left foot, and it's like breaking all the pieces of wood underneath it until she's tapping on stone. I don't like that I don't understand.
Cults usually don't make sense. Only to its upper echelons.
Yes, those Grollentor and such, yes, we can get to that. Destroy them if you must, if you feel them a threat to your beliefs or whatever it is you may have. My problem is this creature doing something so foolish. It may have perhaps even gotten away with it for a bit longer, if not for all of you. It must have known that eventually I would find it.
And that is why, as I said, things don't make sense.
Unless drawing you from your nest was the purpose.
She takes pause in that.
For sure.
That would be the obvious answer, wouldn't it? Yeah.
I believe we have that mirror that sees.
I don't think you know about that.
I've seen it.
But have you seen what's in it? You've seen us look into a mirror.
I communicate with the dragon with it. I think I can take a guess.
And regardless, Rivet does definitely take it. Moves.
Yes, right.
Impact.
I think whoever may be trying to get me away from my home to perhaps raid it will find themselves thoroughly disappointed. I'm not that predictable. Anyway, I should return your mirror. And she, just, like, throws her right arm out, like, horizontally to one side and seems to just cut the air itself, reaches into it, and pulls out the mirror. And then the rip just closes.
Well, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Crib will take the mirror. Thank you. I'm glad that your egg has been returned.
Aye, she has. Hmm. Maybe still some time until she hatches, but she's learning much in there.
Yes. So it seems. Kriv remembers the initial touching and thunder.
Well, if it is some form of giant, then I suppose that's the only lead you would have. Like, amongst this mess, I guess it would be just difficult to try and discern any other sort of... As far as rock nests go, this is perfectly normal. Too normal. There's nothing untoward behind my egg. Nothing. Well, you have done what I have asked of you, and unfortunate as it is to another mother fallen. Hi, Outlaw. Listen to me, creature. I don't know what drove you to this. Just know that your children will not suffer for your transgressions. And she steps up. Seeing the makeshift heavy-duty backpack. Did you have plans?
I would not leave them here.
No, we're not monsters. I know a place I can take them. Someone who'd be far better suited to raising this creature than I.
Priv looks at the eggs for a moment and turns back and nods. If they are better suited for it, then that is what should be best.
Looks to all of you. Anything that needs to be said? I feel there are tongues being held here.
I just don't know what to say.
She nods. Looks at Rivet.
Rivet looks conflicted. On one hand, she's terrified. On the other hand,
Scaroused.
yeah. She doesn't say anything. She just kind of looks back for a second and then just kind of looks down.
The eyes turn to Thobrick. You... Your shell. There are some things familiar. Could you turn around for me? Heck?
Tex. You're muted, Tex.
Oops. Sorry. First, when she looked at me, I bowed and said, "Blessings to the Mother of Storms." I keep forgetting.
I just don't mute myself.
And I will step closer and turn around so she can see my shell.
Hmm. Stubborn as ever, old friend. She kind of gives your shell a bit of a pat. Well, seems you've got blessings of your own.
Aye, my lady.
Ah, the Stone Father. Still some life in them bones, eh? Then he was the most stubborn of us.
I figure my stubbornness matches his some.
A bold claim. We'll see. Now, all of you, before I part ways and head home, I, of course, as promised, owe you a reward for this deed. I can grant you a boon. Something from my hoard. But it's up to you, as a team, to decide among you who needs or perhaps deserves such a boon. And then when I know who it is going to, I should better find the most practically advantageous gift to grant you.
That's the question, isn't it?
Well,
But Kriv, if you wish to take an egg, you think you can raise it?
I
Then I
know
will give you
someone
that
else who
chance.
can raise it.
I mean, if theoretically speaking, I know Rising Phoenix who's freaking raising a phoenix, and those things are a lot harder than rocks.
Yeah, I like the
They're
parallel of
literally
Rising
fire.
Phoenix with a phoenix and you with a rock.
Mm.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
beware not to fly too close.
Oh my god, the
Yeah.
love
Oh
birds.
yes. Cold mountain bird versus flame bird.
I mean, the CR between the two is pretty different, but
Yeah.
Kriv will
think
look at one of the eggs.
It's like 16 for a phoenix. I don't remember.
It's 11 for a rock, 16 for a phoenix. I was looking it up because of this exact reason. Kriv is going to look at the two eggs. I believe I know someone who could assist me raising one. It would be very appreciated. Thank you.
Of course. Looking at this thing you've put together, I would say that I should probably take the larger of the two to a friend of mine.
If it would be of help, I can also cast a spell called Princess Floating Disc. It will carry easily either of the two. So I suppose it's just up to you.
I believe the smaller one might be a bit more easier for me to manage.
I also have a spell that might help. I am not going to use it right now because it's very taxing.
Out of character, cast Featherfall and chuck it.
Yeah, it's a creature.
Yeah, that specifies a creature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's a
mean,
creature.
yeah.
Okay.
A creature in its egg state is still a creature.
All right.
Considering killed one egg, I'd say so.
fur, no egg, baby killing. Yeah. So Criv will be, I believe the smaller one. Take charge of.
As you wish. Now, decide among yourselves while I...
If if I may, I have a question that you might be able to answer, I think.
She's she's slowly approaching the rock, and then just when you speak up, and her head just turns to you directly. Just full eye contact,
do you know anything about the red dragon's eulodio?
Make an insight check.
Alrighty.
Oh, that's a thing.
Yeah. 19.
A flash of genius.
I think not. No, I don't have any uses left. I'll hold that.
Thick.
Rivet suddenly kind of clams up a little more and says, "I'm sorry if this is a touchy subject. I don't mean to mean to bring bad memories. I'm sorry."
She closes her eyes, shakes her head a little, and looks back to the rock before her eyes open again. It was... Yes. Yes, I knew her.
Interesting.
What happened was... truly... tragic. Weighs... weight on all of us. And... every reminder of what happened is just... it just brings it all back.
I apologize. I do not mean to cause you any distress.
What makes you bring her name?
Well, Rivet kind of
How do you even
grimaces
know her name?
and turns her forearm forward to show her dragon mark. I was told a lot of information about Zerlodio as I was raised. And I'm beginning to... well, in recent days and weeks, I have reason to doubt all of it.
She turns from the rock as she's been trying to dust away the soot just to see if there's any color left under those feathers. And to be fair, it's pretty hardy. They got charred, but it's that's what the top layer. The rest of them seem okay. And she just steps
Also, if
away.
anybody is, just as a side note, if anybody is looking at Rivet and Rivet's dragon mark, Rivet is not looking at her own dragon mark right now. But anybody who is sees that it is sparking more blue than you're expecting.
That's not good.
No.
And she just walks around the egg and right up to you.
Rivet just flashes through 4 stages of grief. and is just rigid.
I do not know this mark. You were
I was
taught
told-
much about Zelodio.
I am told, or I was told, that somebody or some of my ancestors were partially responsible for what happened to her.
She
Or what
inhaled
led her to her
sharply through
current
her
state.
nose.
Well, I do not know if this is true. It's not making eye contact. She's visibly shaking and staring at her feet.
And then if this is true, you are descended from those people. What did they tell you she did?
They told us that she brought about an apocalypse over the world. Though, and our leader, a man named O'Hagan, if I am reading things correctly, set an illusion to show anybody who viewed the world from up there that it was in ruin and brimstone. And now, after being ejected from it, only surviving on luck. And
As you're
seeing the
saying
world
it,
for what it is now.
as you're saying this, the more you go on, you start to see arcs of lightning, like, go from one clawed nail to the other.
He looks up just a little bit and says, everything I believed about my life, about what my family did, and about what we were doing is a lie. Everything I have believed in for the past 50 years is a falsehood perpetrated by a madman.
Yes.
I wish to know the truth, if you are willing to share it.
If you are willing
Provided it
to
does not
hear
bring
it.
you pain.
If you think you're ready to hear it.
Not sure I would ever be ready,
To come from
but I'd rather
her,
know
that
not.
a travesty of what they have done to her. The only reason we have not tried to do anything about it is because we know that there are good people on there. Not all of them, as we have seen before. Not all of them know, not all of them... Mainly just one, I imagine. I'm sure any others were claimed by the years. So... the truth. Where to start? Zelodio, also known as Zelodio the Warm. The Heart's Flame. There was a war some time ago in which some people forgot their place. Forgot that we were what they drew power from. And some who thought so much of themselves as to think that they could assume control of all the elements. Unfortunately, his true intentions weren't known until it was far too late. Zelodio was betrayed. If O'Hagan is the name that he keeps now, it only truly shows his arrogance. To still go by that name after what he did. Not try to at least hide himself. As he rallied his people, and sought to end all of us. If he had succeeded, it would have been the end of this world as it is. No thunder, no rain, no earth, no fire, no wind, nor rain. Just a void, lacking of anything that could build life. She did what she had to, and she knew what she was getting herself into in doing so. Yes, her flames poured across this land to end that damn war. We knew of their trap. We knew that using our very powers upon them is what they wanted, so they could use it to bind us. But she gave herself in hopes that the rest of us could still be free. That's how selfless and kind she was, at least back then. Sometimes I try to still speak with her now, but she's gone so deep into madness through her suffering. She cleansed this land, knowing that she would become his puppet in doing so. Her life sustaining his. None could die without the other also. For us to attack him after that, flame would be snuffed from the land. There would be no warmth anywhere. And so, he at least got us some of what he wanted. One element under his control. We've just had to move on. See this world rebuilt. And hope that no such arrogance arises again. That is why this is so important. More so than just the necessity of a mother, she says as she puts her hand on the sapphire egg. Should I fall, storms can continue. As long as there is another. And she kind of leans onto the egg, puts her arm around it, and hugs it close to herself.
And were I apologize. This is a difficult question to ask. There are red wormlings within Zerlodio, within Alcor.
You what? How?
I don't know.
There was, well, more
We
than
know
more
for
than
certain of one.
wormlings, right?
They were wormlings.
They were wormlings.
Yeah,
There
they
was
were.
yeah, but there was a larger dragon, wasn't there?
Not to my knowledge.
I think I remember one when we visited Ode.
We know of at least one.
Yeah, there was a larger
Yeah.
red dragon at Den Mother Ode's home. The one that could actually had managed flight in terms of their age.
Yeah.
The one that was
No,
dwelling
there's-
in that massive chasm of fire that you crossed
Yeah.
the bridge over.
Where what was his name? The critting kobold.
Yeah. Was it like Shank or
Shank.
Shiv or something?
It was
Shiv, because Kriv, yeah.
Yeah, the one that kept shivving me in the freaking.
Yeah.
The first
No.
instance of Kriv the Crit Magnet.
Yeah, don't remember.
Cyril, speak up. There was a person who was taking care of them, who was apparently separated from the other people who did this thing to the dragon. They wanted to basically kill it so it would fall, but that would kill a lot of people. I don't know what they've done since we left.
He wished to free Zelodio, the chains that bound her.
How likely is it that these are Zerlodios? Do you think? I mean, I know nothing about the world. I do not know if they could even theoretically be the spawn of a different dragon.
There are none others I could think you could be.
What thoughts?
I doubt any could have gotten inside of Cerlodio in any case. And not been noticed.
Yes. Hmm. I don't know. She lost her brilliance since that day. She wasn't always such a dull red. I imagined her children would lose that that shimmer as well. But regardless, shining gem or not, there are no other great dragons of fire in this realm. If somehow she has regained herself enough to have spawn, we must be cautious. We don't know how much of an influence O'Hagan may have on these lives. Or minds.
As of present, I don't believe he's aware of their existence.
Well, we can't
Was-
know that. It's been within some time.
As of when we left, he was unaware.
Yes. We managed to not tell him anything.
Then let us hope he hasn't found out some other way.
If this isn't, sorry.
Calm yourself. It's fine.
If this isn't rude, how long ago was that? Because O'Hagan said something like hundreds of thousands of years.
You lose track of time when you live as long as I. When you ask how old that which made the world is, and you answer your own question, how old is the world? But I would think so. The civilization's rising and falling. It could quite plausibly have been that long.
Indeed. The world has been in ruin many times before, and it will always recover.
And is the way of things. One of the best traits of most mortal kinds is their determination to carry on. As it is for many creatures. But we have spoken for quite some time now, and it is... Thank you.
You're welcome.
There may be hope for her yet. Or at least to end her suffering without snuffing out the flame of this world. Damn it. I'm sure this is a lot for all of you to take in. Except perhaps you. None who are from there would carry the blessing of Tor.
My lot's with them now. What they shoulder, I shall shoulder.
I know your heads are probably all in various different states of contemplation. But I do still wish to grant you the boon, especially after you have informed me of what's been going on up there. to of you is in need of such a thing.
Yeah. Okay. Let's think. Crap. Like.
I have no defenses. Well, except I do now. I have 2 spells that can be defensive. But
Also, Rivet was going to give you the gloves of spell snaring once. Not spell snaring, missile snaring.
spell snaring would be great.
That would be sick as hell.
There's
Yeah, just
there's a
grab a
ring
spell
of
out of
spell.
the
Ring of spell
Or-
turning. It's a thing.
Ooh,
Yeah, the ring. I got those 2 fucking tangled in my
that's like
head.
a legendary item, though. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It is insane. I've heard about it.
Oh yes, the gloves of soul catching.
Mm.
But yeah, once Rivet identifies the gloves, she's probably going to give them to Syrah because Syrah's almost never in melee range and is very likely to be hit by.
But as
Yeah.
that you haven't identified it yet.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Well, artificers can do it.
Yeah, she can do it in like. She'll be able to do it in like as soon as this conversation is over.
Gotcha.
So
Right.
Yeah.
she just doesn't
like
want to be
Priv-
doing something while there's a fucking
Priv. For
dragon here.
Priv's thought process is he would want to protect his allies more than himself. He doesn't know Thobrek all that well. Sorry, Thobrek. So it would be Syrah or Rivet, and Syrah tends to be the one that, tends to be a little more in the fray. So he votes Syrah.
Bobrek will also vote Syrah. Because he's a guardian and, well, with the fact that Crave is heavily armored.
He's got chainmail. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
In my above game, I'm thinking, maybe getting some plate mail. No, Syrah.
Yeah,
mean,
same.
Yeah.
Above game, I need a better hammer.
I mean, on our way back, we
Yeah,
can
you
go
can-
to Guhadaza and take care of that.
Yeah. Maybe.
like yeah. I
If
was
we
gonna
weren't
say,
all
Skylar
broke.
True.
Skylar wants Rivet to get this because he fucking carried the fight, but
You
Rivet would also want Syrah to. Rivet would also want
Oh.
Syrah to take it.
Well, that's basically 3 votes for Syrah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, there's no point in voting for myself.
Do you have an opinion on this?
I mean, the issue with Thobrek not having a magic weapon is fairly easily solved.
Yeah, we've got spells for that.
Yeah, or it can
And
be
infusions.
infusions too. And besides that, Rivet has Stormbreak, or whatever.
Yeah, Rivet has Stormbreak. You have the Emerald Claw and
Yeah, well, it's called
Crib has-
Blossom.
or Blossom. Yep, Yep, correct.
I've got
and
Spell
Crib has
Carver and the
Spell
Repulsion
Carver.
Shield.
Yeah,
Bracers of protection.
yeah, that's and Blossom's all they have except for the fire resistance ring. So,
I've got one of
Yeah.
those too.
ooh, hey, they've updated the sorcery points thing. It's a plus or minus thing rather than clicking a square. Huh. Weird.
Hmm.
Alright,
Except
I know
for
my
the-
Lay on
yeah.
Hands were
Yeah,
a clicky are plus or minus, but that's because of how many I get. The boxes
Right.
make more sense depending on. I guess it's for higher levels.
Oh,
Oh,
I see.
yeah.
Yeah, I've got to
Because you're-
8th level, so yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Rivet
Okay.
does have Spellcarver, but Spellcarver. I don't want to sound
Or-
selfish.
Rivet
so
has
I
the-
apologize in advance.
The vicious weapon, right?
But Rivet. Oh yes, Rivet does have a vicious warhammer.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. So
Okay.
yeah, no, no,
Okay, I guess
I'll
me
back up.
then.
Yeah. Priv will sort of like bump Sarah forward. I believe
Eh.
she needs something in spirit.
He looks to you. And will step around the others. And with her right hand resting on the egg, she would gesture the left one for you to come closer. What is it you need? You have power that I can see. You are soft.
I suppose what I would require is something that lets me do certain things more freely.
Things more freely.
I don't know how to describe.
Well,
Bloodwell vial would be dope.
Ooh, I'm not sure if that works. It might be because because Blossom's my spell focus.
Well, I think it just the main.
Oh
it
right,
doesn't-
while holding the staff,
Yeah.
right.
I think with the Bloodwell vial, it's just a way for you to get sorcery points back on a short rest.
True. You can use spell focus. While wearing or holding it, right? Okay. But yeah, I'll leave it up to decision.
I wouldn't want to spoil your delicate appearance, though. I believe one of your advantages in battle is how you don't look like a threat.
Hmm.
I think I have just the thing. And her hand goes out again, just ripping into the air. And her hand dips in. And lifting her hand out, draped over like just a piece of cloth, is this, similar to the same bluish silver of the detailing on those gloves you found, is an entire, what seems to be almost just a shirt of this metal that seems to be behaving like cloth. And she just hands it to you, holds it out, and shows that it is, despite how it acts, you can actually see there's such tiny little links of what appears to be a chain shirt.
Nice. That's good. It's real good.
This
Mithril chain.
is one of the
Elven
finest
chain.
pieces of armor that an elven smith I knew long time ago
Sure.
made, but could never find one that they felt worthy to sell it to. And they have passed since then, but I think I finally see someone who should wear it. And she offers it to you. And she gives you
I'll take it.
an elven chain.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is a chain shirt that you are proficient with, even if you lack proficiency with medium armor, and it has a +1 bonus.
Yeah.
Cool.
It is a really good.
And also it can be worn between layers of clothing and leather. So yeah.
You can just wear it under your clothes, and
Yeah, that is sick.
it doesn't impose like stealth disadvantage or anything. It is It's
Right.
it's like just putting a vest on underneath your clothes. Like
Yeah, you have a bulletproof vest now.
Yeah.
It's really good for spellcasters. It like legit. It is like a
Yeah,
go-to.
for sure. Cool.
Yeah, Elven Chin is the shit.
Okay, I'll add that to my inventory.
Caleb had it. If that's
Oh yeah, right. I remember the scene that Jester put it on and then had to take it off again.
because they were gonna give it away, and then they were gonna give it to the
Oh
smith.
right, yeah, the Smith, yeah. And then, yeah.
His
Okay.
AC jumped from 11 to 16 that day.
Yeah. Yeah, now my AC is 16.
Whoop us.
Going up in the world.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can do it.
13 plus Dex max 2, but plus 1, so yeah, 16. Nice.
It's very pretty. Also, yeah, very cool. Very shimmery as well. And doesn't require attunement, that's also great.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it's quite remarkable. It doesn't even really feel like metal when you just let it. And she'll like kind of just like from one hand to another, just kind of let it like slink from one to the other, like it was.
Milky.
Mm.
Wow,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Now, is there anything else? I have a lot to think about and people to talk to.
Um,
Are you simply hesitant, or is this all?
I don't think we have anything in particular. She's looking over nervously at the others because they're kind of separated.
I believe. Well, fine.
Yeah.
Good. Then I bid you all farewell for now. Thank you all again. For more than my child. You've enlightened me to much more. Much more than even I had planned to hear anytime soon. Walker. And as she walks like towards her egg, the larger of the rock eggs just floats up off the ground and starts like following behind her.
Yeah, that gem dragon telekinesis.
Well, they will be safer. No. No. I'll keep them with me. And she starts to transform back to her true form. Much like Zelodio, larger than what is it? The size again.
Gargantuan.
Gi- Colossal.
Oh, let me get to D&D Beyond again. I need to get to that page. Is it gargantuan?
Well, Gargantuan, I think, is the 4x4. It's
Yeah.
small, medium, large, huge, Gargantuan. I think there might be a colossal size. I don't really.
Colossal isn't used by any of the monsters, but it's a size from older editions,
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
which is
gargantuan
the 5
is
by 5.
gargantuan is what's used for basically anything bigger than everything else. Like the rock is
Yeah,
gargantuan.
in 5e, yeah.
Yeah, they restrict it to a
Yeah,
20-foot
20
token
feet cube
space, which
or
is weird.
bigger.
Yeah. I mean, like, the Tarrasque is like 100 feet long, and that's a 40-foot square, or 20-foot square.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't think I'm in the future. I'm just gonna go like by their actual size and make the token that because.
Yeah, fair.
But even so, they assume their true form, and they, in both of the rear claws, pick up an egg in each, and looking at all of you with just one more nod, and off she goes. Zoom.
zoom. Gotta love that zoom, zoom, zoom.
And of course, her wings beat down in one big. And off into the clouds she goes, and those storm clouds are dragged with her as she heads home, clearing the sky once more to an early afternoon, and light rainfall starts to fall upon the nest.
Crib's going to. Yeah, Crib's also gonna like search through the rock nest. He's got detect magic as well.
Yeah, sure.
Now that he's made his stuff, the eggs are picked up. Investigation, right?
Yeah, with the advantages she got there. Detect
We'll
magic.
sit down quietly and identify the gloves.
Wow,
Yeah.
a 1 and a 6. Cool.
Before she sits down, she raises a hand towards Crib and will, and a wave of magic comes over him. I'm using Flash of Genius. I'm just trying to think of how to use it.
It's 12.
Allows a small film of pink falls over his eyes, and he feels his eyesight a little enhanced.
Oh.
It's a 12. It's better than a 7. I would have done the same for
Obrak.
Togrek. Yeah, sorry. Except I don't know how much a 9 is better.
Right.
Yeah. I
It's
mean, it's
always
above a
good.
10.
Yeah.
Second bottle.
Eventually, you're searching through, and you start to see a very faint aura of magic on a very grotty, dirty-looking bag, and it looks like a normal backpack, but it's got Uh, School of Conjuration magic on it, but it stinks. It is vile. You pull it out and you're like, ugh.
Ugh. Kind of sort of waves his nose like, oh, yeah. Carries it like at arm's length over to the group and sets it down. Like, okay, Rivet can identify that later. At first, you're like, oh, it's a bag. And I'm like, did we find another haversack?
Rivet's in the middle of the process of identifying this as she's like wrapping wire around her glasses, and she just looks up at what Kurt is holding with just the most confused look of what the fuck.
Yeah, because you look at it as he gets closer, and then the smell hits you.
Please don't tell me I have to figure out what that is.
It's magic, whatever it is.
Okay. Resumes her work, visibly upset.
Bug.
It's always the old-fashioned way of finding out what a bag does.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
I'll walk over to it, stick my hand in.
Oh, Jesus.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
And that was the day that he lost a hand.
Are you trying to just pull something out of it?
yeah, to see if there's something in it.
You feel around for a minute, and it feels empty at first, and then you're just like, there's gonna be something in here, and then you pull, and as you're pulling, you feel something like actually catch in your hand, and then suddenly, spilling from the opening of this bag, 17 rats just pour out of the bag.
Oh.
Are they
You
alive?
learned.
They're alive, and they just run down your arm over your shell, just into the nest, and just scurry off.
Ooh. Is it a... Wait.
Rivet just suddenly looks at it with just utter bewilderment.
Can't be bag of holding because I don't think that holds living objects.
No,
It doesn't.
it's probably a bag of tricks.
Bag of tricks, yes.
Maybe the problem is.
Although it does
I'm
smell.
not sure. I'm not sure the bag of tricks does insects.
It does rats, but it does only a singular rat.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
So-
it's like the brazier of multiple things. It's the bag of many tricks.
Well, let's save the speculation until Rivet identifies it.
I'll use my water skin to start trying to scrub some of the grime off of it.
Alright, you start trying to scrub.
And then I come over and touch it in prestidigitation.
Yeah,
it's
you
all
start
clean.
scrubbing at it, and nothing seems to be happening. And then Syrah comes over, uses prestidigitation, and it does nothing to the bag.
Oh. Wow.
Does it get rid of the smell at least?
Nope, the smell is still there.
Oh.
Interesting.
Indeed.
It's a smell bag.
Smelly bag.
Bag of
That
stinky.
smells. It's
Stinky
a smelly
bag.
smell that smells smelly.
I'll reach in once more.
Jesus.
Hey!
I'm gonna pick up this rock egg, put it in my little
You know-
backpack, and walk away.
It could have been a bag of devouring when you stuck your hand in there the first time.
Or a mimic.
Yeah, that's also true.
You put your hand in again, and as you pull back, 33 rats come bursting out, running up your
Oh
arm,
my
all over
God.
you, in your shell for a bit, and like just they just panics, and then they just try and disperse through the nest.
A bunch of rats
How
going
many?
around.
I am going to spend 10 minutes to cast Speak with Animal and see if I can ask the rats, what the heck? Where did they come from?
Rivet is usually a fairly easy person to read, but looking at her look at this bag, it couldn't be more clear what she's feeling if she had the word dread written in Sharpie on her forehead.
You start trying to speak to the rat with your. Well, no, you got 10 minutes to do it, right?
Yeah, it takes me 10 minutes.
All right. Well, for a bit, Spellbreak sits down and stares at these rats while doing some form of incantation.
Oh, I see. You can cast it as a ritual, can you?
I can only cast them as rituals.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Is this
he's a
ritual
barbarian. He
caster,
doesn't have
or-
spell slots.
But he gets it as
It's part of his,
being
yeah.
a
Oh, I
beast
see. I
barbarian.
see.
Or totem
Totem
barbarian.
Warrior.
Yeah. Now,
Spirit Seeker.
eventually, you finish your identify spell. And yes, these are gloves of missile snaring.
Nice.
Hmm.
Rivet just picks them up and like
This
understands what has to
fantastic.
come next. These gloves, if you are hit by an arranged an attack with a ranged weapon, you have the potential to make them to reduce the amount of damage it does to you. Is it of interest to any?
Do they require attunement?
Yes.
I cannot use them. I am full up on attunement at this point.
I
Thumbreck
have
has
one attunement
bracers,
slot,
so
but yeah. Oh, can they be worn over each other?
if I remember correctly, no.
It's like in video games where you can only have one ring slot.
Oh, I think you get 2 ring slots in
Mm.
D&D.
Do you already have gloves that you're wearing? Is that what you mean?
I mean, I don't have gloves that I'm wearing, but
Yeah, I got Bracers of Defense. Wondrous item. Warding wristwear.
I think it's 2 ring slots, yeah, and then it's like gloves and other things like that.
Sierra, perhaps this would be of use to you. I know you recently got the defense thing, but you are still the one who's most likely at the range.
Okay.
Rivet hands
You're
them
gonna be doing some monk stuff.
I mean, yeah, that's literally what these do. It basically gives you a monk snatch missile out of air thing.
Mm.
Yeah, unfortunately not throwing it back. Hey Blair, how you doing? Hey Ghost Ram.
You were describing the blue silvery, and I'm like, oh my god, I think I know what those are. I had another game where I gave the players one of those.
Alright, so you're sitting down to identify the bag.
Yeah, with a look of just.
I don't want to.
She's going through the stages of. Oh, Mr. Moose, hello. And she just sits down with the bag, road, and just starts identifying the bag.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong, buddy?
Doggo.
Maybe they need to go potty.
It's.
I mean, That may go
Well,
for
but
some
usually
of
he
us as
doesn't
well.
squeak when he needs to go potty. He just paws at the door. Or he has recently.
Alright, well, anyway, Thorbrick, you, finish your ritual cast of Speak with Animals. And
I just asked the rats, where did you come from? Hey, they came from a bag. Had to be pulled from somewhere.
okay. The rats are just like, we come from the plane of rats, where we are king. Or
Oh,
queen.
joy.
Is that so?
Yes.
I thought you were telling me that there's a plane of rats terrifies me.
What's worse, playing of rats or playing of spiders?
I mean, both are bad, but I can crush a spider.
Depends on how big.
Look, Texas boy, silence.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell the others. They come from a rat plane. Probably connects to a colony of rats.
It is.
If that's true, can we go back? I was in the middle of something.
They wish to go back into the bag.
I mean,
How about you give us a moment?
Alright.
They'll wait.
They just boredly start gnawing on things.
there's plenty to chew. Okay. I don't know what this item is, and now I'm like insanely curious.
So
Pocket
am
rat.
I!
7-foot frame, rats along his back. Crave's gonna be Bruno.
Mm-hmm. Right, it is coming up to our usual break time, so if people need to go and do whatever it is, we'll call our break here.
We gotta wait.
Alright.
I got refill snack and hydration, so.
Yes, I'm gonna refill my hydration as well. Mr. Man was just thirsty. Well, in case you're thirsty as well, Rivet, Skylar, I should say, out of character, it is break time.
Alright, cool. Do we know what do we know what do we figure out what a bag is?
Oh yeah, I'll tell you in a minute.
Alright, so
Learn after the break.
woo. Alright, cool.
Well, it is nice to see you, Blair. I wonder where you got to. I'm glad to hear that you're doing okay, besides being tired. But yes, I'm back. Hello. Aw, Moose is adorable. Well, I'm glad you're back. Six till 3. Oof.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Popped me a new bag of popcorn.
But when you try to grab the popcorn, it's actually rats.
Ooh, that would be bad.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Right, who's back?
There's me.
Okay, we're sleeping so nicely just 10 seconds ago. Back to that.
Is Guy back? Did I miss Guy's voice among that?
No, I don't think they're back.
I think I heard a text Miles into Maxine.
Yeah. I thought
Yeah.
I heard Maxine.
Alright, well, we'll wait for Sky.
Maybe still watering the dog.
Maybe.
But the desk. You want to hang out with me, that's fine, but not the desk. Yes, you can purr. All of the purrs.
So how's everyone liking the sudden exposition bomb?
That's very good.
I'm enjoying myself so far.
Same. I always have a good time playing D&D.
It's thunder.
Ah.
Holy mother. What?
What?
Okay. I'm doing a thing on my phone, and this guy's like just played a super freaking powerful thing against me, and I'm like, holy cow, that was a thing.
Hmm.
Oof. Don't think I'm winning this round.
No.
No,
Guy's
he's
back.
Guy's back, yeah.
Sky's back. We have the sky back.
Guess who's back?
Oof, yeah, there's no way I was winning this round. Whatever. It's now 2-2 tiebreaker. I'm playing Cards, the Universe, and everything. It's a really fun game.
Hmm.
Well, when you should be playing D&D.
He was on break, it's fine.
Yeah, we're on break. We just got back from it.
Yeah. Now. You finish up identifying this bag, and while it looks like an ordinary kind of bag of holding situation at first, you find it to actually be that you are literally holding the plane of rats. This is a bag of infinite rats.
Okay.
That is something.
I believe I rest my case with pocket rat.
Privet stares at the bag. Looks up at Kriv. And turns the bag over for a full second.
Turns it over,
Mm-hmm.
like upside down.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I made an item like this from one of my party members. I later regretted it.
Are you also like? So you're just holding upside down. You're not like turning it inside out.
No, I
Oh,
fear that turning it
God.
inside out would begin to spawn infinite rats.
You hold it upside down,
Uncontrollably.
and nothing happens.
God.
But
He looks
Okay.
at the bag and then just sighs in relief.
on the bottom of the bag, you do see stitched into the bottom. If found, please return to Robert Browning.
Who the heck is
Robert Browning.
Alright, I'm writing that name down. And why does he have a plane of rats?
Hmm.
Can the rats go back inside?
You know that rats can go in, but unless someone physically pulls them out, they can't come out.
Rats can come in, and if you reach into it, you can pull them out.
All right. So I'll take the
So
bag and
yes.
I'll take the bag, put it down, opening up, and be like,
Oh,
"Y'all can go back inside."
that's very clever, Anu. I love it. I
Alright.
just did a Googling. I love it.
And yeah, they go. They just go marching in one after another.
Oh.
Okay. Someone let me in on this joke.
Wrote the Pied Piper. of
Robert, yeah,
wherever.
Robert Browning wrote the Pied Piper. So this is the rat bag where all the rats went.
I see.
Hopefully, there's not children in here.
I would definitely hope not. Unless the children turned into rats or are now rat food.
Oh no.
Does anybody want the rat bag?
Well, it doesn't seem to require attunement.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't want the rat bag.
It might help
I-
to have a spy.
Are you able to see
You want
through
to hold
their
on to
eyes?
it. It's your.
Yes,
Go on
I
out.
can. I can see through the eyes of an animal if you give me 10 minutes. So
Well.
I'll hold on to the bag of rats.
Stinky
Bag
bag.
of rats. Stinky bag of rats.
Now, don't put that. No matter what you do, do not put that in the haversack.
Oh yeah, that's a bad idea.
That would be bad. Just we create an explosion, but it's just rats. Just rats everywhere.
I guess because you identified it, you would also know that if it's damaged or gets turned inside out, it unleashes the plane of rats and also destroys the plane of rats in the process.
Jeez.
All I see.
It would be a rat-based, a catastrophe, if you will.
Say hi, Chris. Hi, honey.
Oh, hi, Ma.
He says hi back.
We're on stream, dude.
What? She just brought me dinner.
Mm,
Love you too, Ma.
Um,
Oh,
the Anu,
yeah.
you have enabled Skylar, but probably not Rivet, to make the arrow of absolute destruction, which is
oh no.
an arrow that, when fired, pushes an extra planar bag into a secondary planar bag.
I mean, yeah. If you
Well,
wanted
I mean,
to.
you've already got
Yeah.
the plate of rats arrow.
Yeah,
That's pretty destructive enough.
I guess I'll put it here. It's not technically my homebrew, but it is a homebrew thing. So there you go.
D.
Looks like a bag of holding, but it stinks. All that comes out of it when a character tries to use it are 3d20 rats. If it is turned inside out or damaged, it disgorges 5d100 rats and the bag is destroyed.
5d100? Jeez.
Jeez.
So that could be between 5 and 500.
yeah, just for fun. Yeah. Okay.
You could Rivet could technically build the arrow of infinite shutting down a restaurant.
Yeah, unless it's Ratatouille.
The
in
arrow
which
of
case,
infinite health code violations.
Yeah.
Frankly, that's a bag of infinite health code violations.
Mhm.
I stand by, pocket rat.
You don't get to control how many rats. It's just like you just rat.
Oh, but
Oh, that's a lot of rats. Okay.
that makes it worse. It's just like pocket rat, and suddenly it's a swarm of rats in your face.
One problem is that it stinks.
Hey, there's the butcher's bib from Explorer's Guide to Wild Mountain. That thing is an amazing magic item, but it is constantly wet with blood. There's trade-offs for good items.
Yes, indeed. I like the butcher's bib. My gnome barbarian had one.
Mm-hmm. If you dual wield with that thing, that is just insane.
Anyway, so what do you do now?
Kriv is going to get the egg situated in his makeshift little basket. Say a prayer to Paylor that actually he'll take the basket over to Rivet and have Rivet like double check that the thing's not gonna fall apart mid climb.
Yeah, Rivet will check the integrity.
Actually, surprisingly, for it being a ramshackle build, it's pretty solid.
Mm.
And that looks pretty good.
I
Still
may
shoddy
be
by
able
your
to
standards,
carry
but
it.
you know.
Yeah.
I may be able to carry it.
All right.
Cocks a brow at Zira.
Where do you all go from here?
I mean, first order business would be to climb back down. Do we want to check out that cave?
Maybe.
If we take a rest first, absolutely. Like a long rest.
All right.
Yeah. Should return back to the cave that we barricaded with the cart. That might be the best option.
Right. Do you want to take the egg down there right now?
I would prefer to keep it with me.
Shall I
The
pass
tracks.
floating disc?
That may work, but
It's just
I
putting
have
the
an
basket.
idea.
He puts the thing in the basket, and he put the basket on his back.
All right.
I'm okay. Wait. Okay, first double checking. if I can actually do this, do I have my second, fourth level slot right now, or would I have to rest first?
You only have what you had at the end of the fight and would have gotten from the short rest.
Okie dokie. Then never mind.
Yeah, we
I don't
haven't
get spells
actually
back.
gotten.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
haven't gotten our level up stuff yet.
Mm-hmm. Okie dokie. Never mind.
Alright, Griff, you have egg.
Egg?
I have egg.
Yes.
Hopefully, it won't become scrambled.
Griff, you now have control of egg.
Excellent.
You have to sort of kind of gently lift the chin of the fallen rock to get the egg from out underneath.
Yeah.
And with its head now resting upon what appears to be a skeleton that was underneath the egg, it is just a bit cleaner than it was before, but it's almost as if the life is still there. Not in its eyes, but just the bright colors of this creature are yet to fade.
Places a hand on its brow. Do our best to make sure that these children are raised. All as good care and as health as possible.
You get no response.
I mean, I didn't expect one. It was more of a prayer type thing for
Yeah,
him.
yeah. It's just there was a long pause, and I was like, all right. So with that, are you gonna be checking out the cave, or are you gonna be just being like, you know what, let's just go?
I think we want to, but we want to take a long rest first. Is
All
the
right.
deal?
Are you gonna take a long rest here? It seems to only have one way in and out.
We could, I guess. I mean, the rock's dead unless we expect a Papa Rock to show up.
Mm.
A Papa Rock?
Pop rocks.
Pop Rock? Maybe some Coke, maybe?
Oh. Explosive.
Yeah.
Why did my brain go to cocaine before the drink?
Oh.
GTA.
Just Pop Rocks and cocaine. That's an experience for the nose.
That's a party.
Yeah.
I have not done. I've drank, but I've not done any drugs in GTA yet.
No. Oh wait, no. You take a mouthful of Pop Rocks, and then you snort the cocaine while the Pop Rocks are going off.
Oh god.
That sounds dangerous. Okay, back to the game. Yeah.
This
sure.
is stuff you shouldn't do. Don't do this. But I'm just
Right,
imagining
so-
that like this the alternative of Pop Rocks and Coke.
How about we get to one of the walls before we take a rest?
Yes, that's a
Confused.
good idea.
Yep, you head
Okay.
to one of the walls. Yeah.
Yeah. Kriv will use his last spell slot to cast Alarm.
All right. Whereabouts?
I figure if we're going over here, ish, because that looks like the wall face of the mountain.
All right. So we're talking
Yeah.
silvery alumnus.
20-foot cube.
Yep. And then I'll just like shift it so it's like over all of you. Like here.
Hey, buddy, no.
Oh, did I not? I didn't put repeat on. I was wondering why the music wasn't fucking playing. Alright, anyway. So, are you doing a campfire and everything? Or are you just kind of huddling?
We might as well keep it away from the nest, but plenty of
Yeah.
tinder.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yes.
Whoever's on watch can make sure it doesn't become an issue.
Right. Alright, so I'll take first watch.
Rivet will take second.
Alrighty. And then we got, I guess, Kriv on third.
Yep.
And who's on first?
Oh, Breck.
That
Yes,
joke just
that's
went
right.
over his head.
Yep. Alright.
Sierra's in the outfield.
Oh, you're just sitting over
Yeah,
there?
asleep. Yeah.
You just sleep there?
Yeah.
Oh, you are? Okay. You're just gonna sleep in the nest. Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez. Don't have the another alarm spell just for her.
No, it's fine.
I can't ritual cast despite alarm being a ritual.
It's fine.
Rocky will flutter over and keep her company.
Hmm.
Alright. Cool. Well then,
We rest.
we rest. And I need to find...
I fear for this rest, because this is the rest that will end with me having Eldritch Invocation.
Oh,
Ooh.
you're aggro. Yes, you did. You triggered that, so that is escalating. Yep.
Yeah,
Oh.
I have Eldritch
Uh-oh.
Depth now. It was not
You
gonna
don't
work.
like the sound. You don't like the sounds of that, Rivets. Alright. Long resting. Well, I'll wait until the watches finish.
Watcher's gonna watch.
Oh, first up is Turtle Boy.
All right, Turtle Boy,
Perception.
do your perception check.
22.
22.
Come on, Hammer Bro.
All right. You don't have dark vision, do you? Because you are just turtle.
No dark vision.
Nope. Well, what happens to all of you?
When we got the fire and my little candle flame brooch. I think none of us have dark vision except for Sierra.
Rivet
Yeah.
also has Dark Vision.
Gnomes get that?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Always have been.
It's
Yeah, I think it's
halflings.
halflings that don't.
Halflings. Yeah, I play a
Yeah.
halfling in another game, and
Mm.
he does not have dark vision.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Quite frustrating.
Just get better. No.
this
He's got some
do
goggles at
better.
night.
So, as you're on watch, you hear the winds flowing, and it's reasonably peaceful. There's still a light spattering of rain, or it might just be the fact that there are clouds like hitting the top of the mountain and just kind of like splashing water down. And you don't notice anything untoward. And then your fire starts to flicker. It flickers and weakens. And for a brief moment, it turns blue before it's snuffed out completely.
Wake.
I'd like to apologize in advance for what's about to happen.
Oh no. Rivet, what have you done to us?
I'll call out an alarm to Criv and Rivet.
Jerks awake.
I don't know what Rivet does.
You call out an alarm, and yes, though they do awaken. And as you all stir, it is not too long that in the darkness that surrounds this place, the fire gone out, your dark vision even seems to struggle to gaze too far into the nest. But right where you last saw Syrah, you see something you had hoped to almost forget. As
Syrah?
as there are a pair of blue eyes in the darkness. A familiar
You know
pair
his
of
eyes, she said.
glaring blue eyes.
Rivet deeply inhales, pushes herself up with her, like from sitting to standing with her, warhammer, and just immediately sprints full speed towards Syrah.
Criv is right behind her.
Kriv,
So is
technically-
Thobrek.
Kriv, your
Uh,
alarm goes off as numerous skeletons just push up. No. I didn't say you could fire
Alright.
move.
Alright.
I'm still narrating here, come on. As
Less
from
difficult terrain.
this mass of wood and bones, the alarm triggers. Skeletons start rising out,
Or this
blocking
song
your
and dance.
path.
And I believe Criv is still unarmored.
Yeah.
Yeah, so is Rivet.
This is not
Who's
bode well.
Does this guy have his own token? Yes. Alright. Maybe they're a bit more greenish, but anyway. Bonk. Bonk.
Oh boy. Zombo's incoming.
Skeletons.
Skelly boys.
Let's say like they're doing like this. And as you see those eyes turn towards all of you, there's a brief moment that they disappear, as you can imagine they've now turned around to gaze down.
Tempted the gods, Syrah.
And you hear it. The shifting of the nest as more and more skeletons just start pulling themselves from this nest of absolute carnage. Including one right where that egg was before it was taken away.
Oh.
Though, with no dynamic lighting, you're hearing all of these things emerging, but the clatter of bones and this necromantic presence is most familiar a feeling to Rivet, of all people.
I mean, yeah.
Does Ribbit like make the connection as well?
It's definitely not them. Not directly, but they are using their power. That everywhere power, like
That pervasive, like
yeah, it just feels invasive being near them.
Ribbit's breathing quickens, and she's like staring around a little, like panicked. Um, she looks into the blue eyes and just she doesn't immediately say anything out loud, but she looks into it like deeply and just says, "Leave us alone." Or thanks, leave us alone. Like trying to, as though attempting to communicate telepathically, even though she really can't. But
oh, don't worry. You're far too useful for me to dispose of. Not yet. Though it is tempting. And you see a flick of flame light up a rotten hand. And you see Syrah's form like get lit up from the light it emits for a moment. But I am just here for what I wanted.
It was you, wasn't it? The one who commanded this rock.
Oh. Come on. Now, I command it. And you see this energy get pushed into the back of that skeleton in front of the figure, and just it explodes. Like just the necromantic energy just overflows and just bones scatter everywhere. If you're not already awake by this point, Syrah, like that would wake you up.
Ah,
We're giving him a zombie rock? No, that's no. Oh jeez. Don't like this at all.
mm.
Your children may have escaped. You're mine now.
I was thinking of the egg that's behind him.
And all of the skeletons around suddenly just light up in this ethereal fire. Not attacking you. They just become this flaming wall around the nest. Definitely not a natural fire, as it doesn't seem to be lighting the nest on fire. It's withering it away. And soon enough, you see
If it weren't so close to Syrah, I'd chuck a javelin at it.
the eyes of the rock spring open, filled with the same flame.
Rock Lich.
Word of
Rich.
advice. Don't rest here. It might get a bit unstable. And with that, the body of the rock
Dead.
and the eyes vanish.
We still got skeletons.
And the skeletons, as they burn and wither, you see they've sunken into the nest. And there's this necrosis just eating away rapidly at all of this wood. And even rusting the metal. And you start to hear it as they make it to the stone beneath.
Oh, hell no.
The center of this nest slowly starts to collapse. And Sarah, I'm gonna need a dexterity saving throw. With you're prone, so disadvantage.
We can't do anything, can we?
I've got a rope. I'm starting to tie it onto one of my javelins.
I have one more use of Flash of Genius, so.
I have nothing.
But I'm tying one of my.
Oh no!
But I'm tying a rope onto one of my
Natural
javelins.
one. Oh no.
Natural one. You try to grab onto something and push yourself away from the collapsing, or what was floor. But all that happens is that you back up into the debris as it all starts sinking towards this center point. And you see, as much like this sinkhole in Monster Hunter for when, like, before Diablos emerges,
The sand starts dragging you down.
instead of sand, it's all this mud, rock, bits of bone, metal, wood, just dragging inwards. And you see Syrah being brought with it.
I throw my javelin near her, trying to be like, grab onto the rope. Because
Ooh,
I've
I can.
tied a rope
Wait.
onto it.
Am I attuned to the thing? If I attune to it?
Oh, the missile
The-
snare?
Yeah, throw it at me. Try to hit me.
Okay.
Make an
So-
attack roll.
And I'm going to
She's
do
now
it
got
reckless.
she's got the increased AC.
Yeah.
Reckless.
I mean, yeah.
Crit.
20.
You still
Fucking crit.
Oh no.
Oh,
Well,
you
God.
still only get one use of your wings with the new update.
Yes.
So,
Roll
I
damage.
just- oh boy. So,
Wait.
13 piercing.
Oh no. Oh no. I have to reduce it to 0 to be able to grab it, and I can only roll up to 12.
Oh yeah,
It'll
it's D10
still
plus
hit
dex, isn't
you.
it?
Yeah, it hits me. Yeah, it's 1d10 plus dex.
Alright, roll to see how much it reduces the damage by anyway.
Okay. Did it do it?
5.
So it does 8 points of damage.
Ow.
As you go to try and grab it, but then it just sticks like right into your side.
Ah.
But
I mean, you have it.
At least it's there. And
Grab
like
the rope!
it's gone like most of the way through, so the rope is basically through you.
Yeah, I cough up a lot of blood. I'll
yell at Kriv.
I'll grab onto it.
I'm grabbing that rope too.
So, me and Kriv
Yeah, I
are
rip it
just
too.
starting to pull.
Alright, you start pulling. Uh, is it all three of you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a healer.
Alright, then one.
And Blix, are you kidding?
Yeah, alright, so give me. Someone can make an athletics check with advantage.
I got a +5 to that. So,
Only got +4, unfortunately.
so I'll roll it.
Can rivets help take form
You
of
still have
take
that
the
flash
form
of genius,
guidance?
don't you?
No, I used it to try to save Sierra regardless because that's what Rivet would have done.
Okay, so here we go. 19.
Can rivets help still take the just out of curiosity, can rivets help in this case take the form of casting guidance?
Yeah.
Okay, so add a d4.
Oh,
Minimum of 20.
Okay.
20.
Emphasis on that minimum.
Yeah. All right. So that's dirty 20. Sarah,
Yeah.
make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
What's your health at? Because we haven't gotten the long rest yet.
I short rested before and I healed a lot, so I'm pretty high.
Oh, yeah, I didn't get the short rest because I was building things.
All right. You managed to basically grit your
21.
teeth and hold on so you just don't let the javelin like pull out.
Yeah, that
Ouch.
sucked.
You still take another 7 points of damage from it.
Oh, and then she's gonna swing and hit the freaking wall.
But you do manage to pull her a dirty 20 feet towards all of you. And she's kind of having to try and like skip over all of this debris as it's pushing, and she's having to like just get bashed against it or try and at least like get her feet under herself to jump and have it move under.
Yeah.
But that's as that is happening, and as everything is sinking, the overhang of the entire cavern starts to collapse.
Oh, we're under that.
I need... Wait. 10 feet. Definitely 10 feet. Yep, 10 feet. And 15 feet. Alright, I need multiple Blix. Blix, Kriv, and Thorbrek to make dexterity saving throws.
Cool.
Do I have advantage on that? Due to...
You can see it, yeah.
Alright.
You have a +3 as well.
That's those blitz.
So, 16.
5.
26. With the +3. Don't you also have the +3?
Yeah, that's automatically counted in. Otherwise, that would be a
Oh.
-1 instead of a +2.
Oh no!
See, it automatically calculates it for me because it's like, so you've always got it, so long as you're not unconscious. And but I have to remind people around me that they have it.
Yes.
Cool.
Alright.
Rocks fall. Griv dies. Actually, with the rocks falling, Kriv would have made protecting the egg his first priority, so he probably would have been disadvantaged on that, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
Just roll again. Could be worse.
So.
I mean,
Blah, blah, blah. Half as much on a successful one. You didn't succeed. But,
Kriv just basically did the fall on a grenade to protect the egg.
collapsing roof, trap, rules, D10, so, 14 points to, Blix and Thorbrek, 28 to Kriv. But, in doing that, it has given you a way out in that direction, as the wall has collapsed in a way that there is now an opening to escape.
So,
You still have a Syrah on a rope. Syrah,
this
I
wall's
want-
open.
That wall is open. Syrah, I want you to make an athletics check with advantage because you'll be using a rope.
Okay. Control right? No, it's shift.
Yeah, shift.
Not to spam guidance on anything, but would you allow me to cast guidance on Syrah through Draki?
Yes.
Okay.
16.
16. All right.
Plus guidance, if you'd like.
Oh, yes. If you get that, make it up to that 30, 20.
2. So,
18.
18.
Yeah.
That gets you 15 feet to here.
yeah. I still have a javelin, like, through me.
Well, yeah, but it's not taut anymore. You, like, pulled on the rope and then, like, got some slack as you went up. So it's not, like, pulling at you. It's still there. But it's not,
Yeah.
like... It's not
It's
what's
not
being used to
hurting.
pull you up. Yeah.
It's at least
I mean,
plugging my
it
wounds.
hurts. It's not. It's just not
Yeah.
aggravating.
I
Yeah.
rush over here and I haul her onto the stone.
All right.
Crib's pretty much buried under rock at this point.
Or we'll bury some pull too.
All right. Crib,
Hey, buddy.
you do
Yes.
have some rock on you. Yes. With the way that the whole thing is starting to rumble, though, due to the collapse, the rocks kind of are shaking and just fall off away from you, heading towards that sinkhole that is now happening.
Yeah.
With Syrah being that close, I'm not going to make you roll another, athletics check. You all get to pull away and escape this chamber.
Yeah. Crib's grabbing his armor, shoving it into the bag, and grabbing the egg in the haversack, and just like, let's go.
Yeah, you kind of throw
Yep.
yourself, over the top, on all fours, braced.
Yeah, that's exactly what I imagined. Just like protect the egg, protect the one. I cannot allow another one of these to be smashed.
And you all manage to make it out. Although now there isn't really a very suitable flat
Resting.
part of ground to rest as the rumbling goes on. And while it doesn't seem like the whole mountainside is collapsing on itself, the overhang has sunken in and it's making footing a bit difficult.
Watch as that cave we wanted to explore is now completely destroyed by this. Anu giving us time-limited exploration events.
Yeah.
I mean, where do you think all this rubble is going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
Gravity.
that. There was a side passage with the giants, and missing so many opportunities to explore things. Whatever, it's fine. There's probably just a Grick. It was probably just a Grick next.
Yeah, but from what I read of Grix, they hoard treasure.
Did you?
Yeah, I read on the D&D Beyond.
They
They
do.
hoard, they trap people and they hoard all the stuff, equipment from their kills and all that.
Yes,
Oh,
but that
wow.
information cannot be used by you because Thobreak doesn't know it.
I know, but still.
Yeah, so you wouldn't know. Hey, let's dig this out. There's loot here. It's
Yeah.
Buddy. I love you. Holy crap, Buddy.
Alright, so, climbing your way down. Finding a good spot to rest, I would say. Of course, probably pulling the javelin out of Syrah first.
Yeah.
I say that pulling it out would aggravate for another 1 damage.
Ow.
But these things are, designed to be thrown and pierced deep into things, therefore there is no, nicks or hooks on it that would, prevent it from being pulled out. These things need to be like smoothened out just to be good for throwing.
Yeah.
Well, apart from the bit with the rope tied to it, the kind of not pulling through. Ugh. Yeah, you probably untie it first, then do that.
Yeah, sort of like clipping off the barb of a arrow or something.
Yeah, you're more
Buddy.
pulling it like the rest of the way
Out the
through,
back.
untying the knot and then pulling the rope out.
The cat is just rolling around in my lap, demanding pets.
Alright, we'll give them back. Now, I just want a general athletics check from all of you
Cool.
for descending the mountain. You do have climbing gear.
I'll cast guidance on Sarah.
Yep. do
Okay.
it. Oh no.
2. I can magical guidance that. My other guidance.
Yes.
Let's see. Sorcery point. And so it's this -1 plus
12.
d4. So that's 15.
15. Alright. After a slight
Better than
slip,
Kriv.
you catch yourself with that brief moment of just putting faith into the guidance of Melora and your guardian. You feel that slight warm nudge that lets you get your footing again and keep moving. But Kriv, you are struggling to climb down with the extra weight. Especially since that you're kind of you haven't had time to put your armor on. You're just like
Yeah.
kind of like bundle into your
I've got the bundle of armor, I've got the haversack, I've got the egg. I am pretty loaded right now.
Yeah, and
Pack, mule, crit, no exist.
it's definitely a lot slower going for you, and at one point your foot catches a bit of rock that doesn't turn out to be as solid as you first thought. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
No!
This is bad enough. I'm not throwing disadvantage on this.
4!
No!
Yeah, you see his Kriv, who's kind of like got a bit slower, therefore is a bit kind of like above you all as you're going down, slips and
Oh.
starts to tumble.
I will immediately, as I start to tumble, protect the egg first and foremost.
He's gonna bowling ball us.
Jeez.
Like shift the egg around in front of me and like curl protectively around it.
I'm fully out of spell slots. There is nothing I can do here.
Bonk, bonk, bonk.
I'm not
Crap, what was the marching
out,
order?
but there's nothing I can do.
Because I can try and stop him.
Ooh. You
Let's
can
go. Come on.
you can try and make your own dexterity saving throw, to see if you can grab him, but it does put you at risk of falling as well if you roll low.
Yeah, and I still have an advantage on this. Because of being a barbarian. Come on!
Well, no, this isn't like a trap you're reacting to. This is just
Okay,
your
so-
friend falling.
Okay, so still 14. But if he's next to me, that's +3, so 17.
Oh yeah. Oh wait. Yeah. As
Because
he falls down, you get into his aura, making it a 17, which makes it a success because 14 would have failed.
thank God for Paladin Aura.
And you manage to grab a hold of his armor, and he kind of swings
That I'm
and
not wearing.
he swings and he like hits his back against the cliff. I'll still take you still take 2 points of bludgeoning damage from the hit.
Been worse.
And also there's a nasty twang as your armor plate hits the side of the mountain, and there's now a massive dent in it.
I mean, it's chainmail, so
Oh, chainmail. Then there are some broken links.
yeah, there's some tears in it now. Cool.
And
Mendable. It'll be fine.
Kriv resituates himself on the mountain.
all right. Can you make me? No, reattempt your athletics check.
Cool.
I'm still holding on to him. I'm still holding on to him.
Yeah, but
I was gonna say if he's within range, I would slap guidance on him, but that's not much I can do for there.
So Kriv gets down this mountain hard way.
You put your feet on a bit of rock, and you're like, right, no, I've got it. Therefore, you let go of the chainmail, and you're like, I'll have to take that back from you on the way when I get to the bottom. Oh shit!
And he's below me, so I can't try and catch him anymore.
Make another deck save.
Cool.
Oh, you're fucking.
Survived the rock, not the rock slide.
Oh no.
All
Then
right.
I'll try to catch him.
You Wait, who's gonna try to catch him? What?
Rivet.
Well,
Because he's below me now, so I can't try catch him.
yep.
Oh no.
Right, go
I just
for it.
don't know who the. Alright,
Deck save.
Uh-huh.
+3 because of my aura.
Oh, great.
God darn it.
Yep. This might as well happen.
Blix
Oh,
makes
no.
a deck save.
All right.
Save Rivet, not me.
Just
Save
keep
Rivet.
it rolling. 22.
Yep.
Because of the additional aura bullshit. I'm livid.
So, Blix manages to catch Rivet. Rivet completely fails to catch Kriv. Manages to break the lenses on the left side of her goggles, hitting the freaking base of the cliff.
So,
And
the way
Kriv
I-
is
Yeah.
descending rapidly.
Now, as this happens, where Rivet tries to grab me, but Blix grabs Rivet, I sort of imagine Blix grabbed onto like their coat and they're sort of like free hanging.
Yep.
But I, as I'm going, try and as I'm falling down this mountain, I want to try and toss the rock egg to Rivet.
The extremely heavy rock egg that you've had to. Okay.
Oh, it is heavy.
Yeah,
Look,
Rivet's not
if
gonna carry that.
She's as strong as I am.
Well,
Yeah.
it's larger than her though.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna fall down this mountain. The problem I'm having is that I don't want the egg to freaking die with me.
Well, currently your back's to the mountain because you're holding the egg on front, so that
Yeah.
If anything's gonna get hit, it's your back.
Cool. Yeah, I will just as I'm falling, just like protective mode of this egg. I will. Yeah, that's what's happening. Cool. I'm falling down a mountain. Awesome.
Wait.
Nope. You are not catching me.
No, wait. I mean, I cannot catch you as I am, but maybe if this is dangerous enough that Kriv might die, it might be worth it to break out the story points.
Yeah. How
Yeah.
far a fall is this?
There's a lot of pointy bits on the way down, and to the next bit that looks like it's kind of flattens out. This is probably a good 60 feet.
Could I make an attempt to basically take Spellcarver and jam it into the rocks as sort of like a pick stop?
You would loosen your grip on the egg. And there are story points.
Yeah, I have an idea, because I could probably save him if it works.
I mean, theoretically, freaking, we're close to Deep Root,
Let's
story.
break out the ideas.
Plot
Let's-
armor. Phoenix is just
No,
flying by and sees her boyfriend falling to his death.
Yeah, maybe, but I have another idea that might be more probable.
Yeah.
Which is I've taken the spell polymorph, and it would be that I polymorph into a giant owl and fly to him. I don't have any 4th level slots left, but yeah, that's basically it.
How many sorcery points do you have?
Oh,
Did
I
you
have
spend 5.
I have 6 left.
Did you spend 5 to get a 4th level slot back?
Yes, but technically we haven't taken the long rest yet, so she doesn't technically have access to it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would be
That's
able
what-
to get my other 4th level slot back.
That's what I'm saying.
Um,
She could spend the sorcery points to get the spell slot back, and then just use it without spending the party points.
Didn't she get it from the level up though?
No, I'm 8th level. I had a 4th level already.
I meant the new spell.
Oh,
This-
right. Yes, that's my point. I'm taking
Yeah.
polymorph when we level up, technically. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Alternatively, I could. This is also a level up thing that I'm gonna get is distance spell. So I could polymorph Kriv and have it be in his hands, in his claws, talons.
I mean, I have a weird idea, but not sure
Well,
how well it
toss
would
it.
go.
Plus it.
Basically, I pull into my shell and you surf down the mountain on my shell.
He doesn't have the dexterity for that.
Yeah,
I
he does
don't.
not.
I do
He
not.
does
Trust me.
not.
I thought about shield surfing, freaking Breath of the Wild style, but that's not happening.
Is Kriv within
do
60
a-
feet of me?
Do a boomy zoomy.
Right now, yeah.
We use
How many
spend party points
how
to-
many story points would it take for me to regenerate a 1st level spell slot in order to cast Featherfall? Because I feel like this is perhaps the easiest way out of this.
Oh,
Yeah,
true.
probably.
Yeah.
I
Probably-
like
and probably the
Maxine's
least-
idea more.
I do love Maxine's idea a lot.
But it's probably expensive in terms of party points.
We have like
Mm.
5.
I like how well
Yeah.
thought it. I like how well thought out it is. So
I like
I-
Sears a
I
lot.
I would only take 2.
Okay.
Do it. I say do it.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Everyone trying to catch Kriv at this point.
All right, we are
Yeah.
Even
Just
in points
desperately
again.
with a javelin hole in my side. Spread my wings and they grow super big. And then Sierra changes as well into a giant owl that has maple leaves for feathers all over.
You just hear as you see you like let go, and kind of like until you're like upside down, then just push off the cliff with your feet. And as you're thinking like in your head like, oh, this is gonna be like stupid. Like I shouldn't do this. You just that sort of uncertainty just gets dismissed from your mind as you just hear softly a familiar warm voice just be like, fly, I've got you.
Sort of sniffles a bit.
The mic activity didn't show up when I said fly when there. I'm not sure if it got picked up. It said
It didn't. I didn't
oh,
hear
okay.
it.
Yeah, it's
fine.
like fly, I've got you.
Yeah, all I heard was got you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's fly, I've got you, and
Okie dokie.
in like a reassuring voice. And then suddenly, little Maxine's wings spread out.
So
and then
Sierra's wings.
Sorry, yeah, sorry.
Maxine doesn't have wings.
Sierra's wings spread out, but then they just continue to grow, and the leaves become like still like autumnal
Nice,
colors,
Sierra.
feathers, and becomes a giant owl. And the giant owl swoops down, manages to grab a hold of
Priv.
Priv's shoulders. Yeah, be shoulders would make the most sense. Yeah, no, I was thinking more about
Got me by the tail.
where the grab.
Got me by the tail.
In your
Yeah.
face, it still does the 2d6 plus 1 damage because you're just into the shoulders for 6 points
Right,
of
and
damage.
my talons, yeah.
Yeah, just digging in, and yeah, able to move 60 feet in a turn. You slow the descent and manage to bring Krev to
The carriage.
be safely upon his feet.
The dice wanted to kill me. The party said no.
Though as you kind of like grab him, he sort of swings forward, and his Dragon Balls catch like this sticky out bit on the cliff, and yeah, you don't get fully scot-free.
Oh no.
Oh,
That hurts. Now I just have a question. How much damage would I have taken had we not done that? From a pure curiosity standpoint.
How far was the fall?
Because depending
would
on how far I fell, it would have
say-
taken you guys too long to get down to me, so I'd have had to stabilize on my own.
It's one of those things that, yes, it's a flat bit, but you could have hit it and then kind of tumbled. It depended. So, that first impact point would have been 66.
6. Right. Okay.
Yeah. Academically, I just want to think about it.
So,
Okay.
it probably would have rolled higher if it was actually hurting you, but 16 according to this.
True.
Okay.
It is Crow after all. They would not roll ones on damage.
I probably would have failed the save myself at that and rolled off and hit it again. It would put me to 13 hit points that first impact, if 16 damage.
Also,
Basically,
the egg would have shattered and covered your face in like 67 emotional damage.
dead.
Yeah.
Herb dies.
Well,
Anyways,
I wasn't going to be that mean, unless you rolled like a nat 1 on the deck save. Like,
Oh no.
I was going to say that you're literally taking the full impact of this. Like, you're choosing to. That's why it's hurting so freaking much.
Yeah. That's the whole point, is I'm choosing to take the impact so that the egg is safe.
Yeah, because you could have dropped it and saved yourself, you know.
Yeah.
Not doing that.
Yeah. Alright, so, you're down to this little, platform. It's about, like, it goes like 20 feet out from the face that you were climbing down, and it's about 30 feet wide, just but in more of like a crescent, like shape outwards.
Yep. I see it in my head. Cool. I'm gonna sit here and crouch because my Dragon Ball's hurt.
Yeah. From here, you can kind of see down, but you're not. Oh, it's darkness. Yeah. Rivet.
I can see 15 feet.
I
Rivet.
can see plenty well in the darkness.
Oh right, yes, you can. From here, Rivet and Syrah can see down, and you can see that another 60, and then you see that trail that you had to leave and start climbing up.
120-foot fall.
I can't do an owl sound. Just sort of rubbing up against Crib and sort of nuzzling him, trying to be like, I was worried.
He pats the giant owl, still sort of crouched over in pain. Yes, I appreciate it.
Yes. Gosh, it's is that owl soft? That owl is very soft.
Hmm.
Pat, it is my sister you are talking about.
Hmm. I have ideas written out for polymorphing you, though, Crib.
Joy. Well, hey, a little sister is obligated to prank the older brother. That's just how it
Oh no,
Indeed.
nothing like that. Wink.
Hey, don't turn it to jester pranks.
Mm.
Oh right, I realized I've been on this screen this entire time. Whoops.
I mean, I've got mirror image now too, so.
Turn him into an ant and then Rivet Casper do something. He goes microscopic.
Mm.
Look, I don't need to go to the quantum realm, alright?
I mean, go back in time and get back your dignity from before you got crit so many times.
There is no dignity.
I thought his name was Shank, not Shiv. I can't remember.
I don't remember.
I thought it was Shiv. I thought it was
Shiv
Shiv because
sounds.
it was.
Yeah.
Evan Shiv. It makes sense.
Yeah. I mean,
Shank
look, I have
is
it. I have it
weird,
written down.
but that could have been it.
I have it written down.
Yeah.
I mean,
Tell
both, neither really makes sense since he had a spear and not a dagger.
You had it written down as Shiv, you say?
Well, I'm looking it up in my notes because I know I wrote the name down because it was
Hilarious.
Yeah. Mm.
Not? I thought I did. You're in here somewhere. The upper city locations: O'Hagan, Gar, Ode, Corpses, General Sunman.
Looks like the only thing I have written down about it is every word is capitalized. The legendary kobold.
The legendary kobold.
I guess I didn't write it down. Maybe it's in. You know what? Let me check. Dragonfall.
Anyway, you have made it down to the safe-ish platform.
It was Shank, according to past conversations in the Discord. It was Shank.
Oh, well, there we go.
Crib just got shanked by the little Durg. That was how he got his name.
Yeah, because it was like a small spear, so it felt like you're just getting shanked. So.
I mean, you shank people with a shiv, so.
Yeah.
Right. All right, buddy.
Oh my god.
Cat is rolling dice.
Yeah, what'd I get?
I got a 4 on a D4 and a 2 on a D8. So.
Oof. Yeah, not bad. You make it to a place that might be suitable to try and get the rest of your long rest. Or, frankly, restart your long rest.
Yeah.
Or you can try and attempt to get all the way down to more stable ground.
We might want to get to more stable ground.
Agreed, but how hurt are you?
Fine.
It'll be fine. You heard the man. Alright. Last athletics checks to get down the rest of the way.
I'm going
Come
below
on.
Crib again.
I'm muted. I was muted this whole time. I was shouting that I could fly people down. I'm an owl for an hour.
This is
But-
true.
This is true. I can probably carry even like 2 people at once if it's Rivet.
Ribbit and Blix together, and then Thobrik, and then.
Yeah.
Alright, well, with that bit of, oh yeah, wait, we can be smart, then yes, you will get
Yeah.
down safely.
I mean, I take that communication difficulty as me sort of making owl sounds as people start crawling down the mountain.
Yeah.
Well, I could spend 10 minutes.
Crib starts to fall again because he rolled
Oh,
a
no.
14 on his athletics.
Oh no.
Priv goes and tries to like start climbing down, and then you You just go to grab him, and then you just see his foot just go shink, like you've already grabbed him, like before that happens, and so he's just like, oh, like, and you get him down. You get Blitz and Rivet in one go, and Thobrek, like, if Thobrek wants to, you can try and carry Thobrek down.
Considering I'm almost 500 pounds.
Oh, true.
The carrying capacity of a large creature with a strength of
It's like 14, isn't it? Or like 15 is a giant owl?
giant owl is 13.
13.
But they are large, which does increase.
So that's
their carrying
times
capacity.
30, so that's 390.
Oh,
Above carrying capacity is like can't move at all, right?
I'll just climb down.
I think above carrying capacity is encumbered.
Is that like 5 feet speed or something?
It's half speed if I remember.
Half speed? Okay. I mean, I can do that.
You have your lift drag carry weight, which is usually higher than that anyway.
Yeah, which is twice again, so it'd be 780.
Yeah, so you could lift 780. It's just your movement is slowed because of
Okay. Yeah, that'll work. I mean, my movement is 60 feet, so
it's more that you grab onto him and then you basically have to just put effort into not falling.
yeah.
You just
Just
go like,
just
Or at least-
beating my wings.
just slowly. You basically you are now featherfall. Is basically what you're doing.
We're now falling with style.
I
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
It is trying to eat the cord for my headset.
You make it back down to the base of the mountain, and you can even see from here the cave that you stayed in before.
The cart, is it still there?
The car is still there.
Cool. Kriv will climb over it, get back into the cave, and just fall down, still curled around this egg, and go to sleep.
And then Thobrick comes along, just pulls the cart out a bit, gets in, pulls it back into place.
I'll wait till everybody else gets in before I pull it back into place.
Yeah. Dustman and Crib is like, just clambering over all awkward, and Thobrick's just like, and I'm gonna open the door and then go in.
Kriv's got full hands right now. He's just
Yeah.
like, I'm tired. I'm done.
Yeah, I get it. Right. You make it into the cave, and you actually settle down to now try and get a proper long rest.
Well, I'm going to take a quick peek, see if anything is nesting in here before we settle down.
Yeah, perception check.
Nope,
Yeah,
nope.
everything's fine.
Okay.
And I think it's it's a bit early.
I don't know what else theoretically we do. I mean, Kriv has
A
a
little
thing he
travel.
wants. Well, Kriv, that's the issue.
Yeah.
Because the best that I understand it is the only way to get through the marshes with a cart is to go back the way we came. But Kriv wants to go north to Deeproot. He's got some stuffs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. If we didn't have a cart, I could probably do a little bit of flying.
yeah, the cart is the
Issue.
Yeah.
But we need it in order to have that increased speed.
Yeah, and also carry that egg. We're not going to be traveling with an egg
Yeah.
if we didn't have a cart.
For sure. Ugh.
Simple cave campfire. When did this come out? Because I swear I was looking for this exact thing before and didn't find it. Back in 2019, so yeah, it was there when I looked for it, just couldn't find it. Alright. So, that's what I'm saying.
That was
There'll be some travel that'll probably end up going into like more like roleplay scenes and stuff like that. So it'd be a good
Yeah.
place to kind of stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, do we get our long rest?
Yeah, you get your long rest.
I'm not dead.
Phew.
That would have.
Yeah, that was harrowing though.
Hey,
Yeah.
survived the boss fight. You hit level 8. Dies before I actually do it.
Very nearly. Alright, well. Rivet.
Uh-oh.
Gosh darn it.
I had a feeling you weren't done with me yet.
So much for being a good place to stop.
Uh-huh.
For most people. This is gonna be a simple little thing. I'm not gonna like pull you into another place for it. I'm just gonna send it to you.
Oh, geez, sending it.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's see who we are gonna raid at the end of this.
Send out stuff. Ugh.
Man.
But you gotta stop being part of the Eldritch stuff.
Oh no, I think I need to
I don't know why I torture Rivet like this.
Well, I've got to do a reset of my computer to hopefully fix Beyond 20.
I could have just given her the tough beat, but instead, thanks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Where did that go? Well, I hope everyone enjoyed the session. And
Yeah.
that's definitely getting more and more interesting as it goes along.
It got very interesting.
Yeah. Let's go and raid Duckpuff. But anyway, thank you all for coming, and whenever you're watching this, good now to you. Be good to yourself, excellent to one another, and make sure to thoroughly destroy your enemies. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.